I would like to give you some advice on how to choose good names for your variables. In this example program, I chose the variable name balance and then gave it a value 50 because balance represents how much money is in my bank account. Here in this printf statement, you see it'll print out I have %D. The %D is replaced with a 50 that's stored in balance. So I have $50 in my bank account. So that's why I chose this variable name balance. It is an explicit name that says something about what's stored in this variable. So the first rule is to choose an explicit name. But there are certain restrictions in C on your variable names, and I'll put those in a comment right up here. So variable names can use lowercase and uppercase letters or characters and digits. But they cannot use special characters such as the @ sign or the pound sign or the ampersand sign and so forth. They can also not use accented letters like an E with an accent on it. And, this is an important one, they cannot start with a digit. So they have to start with a letter. Spaces are also forbidden in variable names. So if you wanted to call the variable my balance, you could not type my space balance. However, an underscore may be used instead of a space in the name of a variable. And so how do you do that? If you want to have a variable name that consists of several words, you can simply stick all those words together using uppercase letters between the words instead of spaces. So you can use uppercase letters between words instead of spaces. So let's look at some examples. Suppose you wanted to call this a valid balance. You can't just say valid space balance. That's an illegal variable name. If I were to try to compile this, it would actually give me an error message. What you can do instead is place an underscore instead of the space character. Now valid balance with the underscore in the middle is a legal variable name. Of course, I'll have to update it all over the place in my program. Otherwise, my program doesn't know that I just chose a new variable name. But now that I did that, I can actually compile and run this program, and it runs just fine. I have $50 in my bank account. There are other ways to deal with the fact that you cannot use spaces. One of them is you just get rid of the underscore, but now that's really hard to read. And so what you can do instead is you just uppercase the beginning letter of a next word. So valid balance here with a B uppercased indicates that I really meant two words, but I couldn't do that. And now if I change this all over the place again, then my program runs just fine. I just replaced my variable with this new variable. So let's check this out, compile and run, and it works just fine. I have $50 in my bank account. It's a personal preference on whether you prefer to use an underscore or just smack your words right together by uppercasing in the middle. It's a real personal preference. It's up to you. But what's really important, you need to be explicit with your variable names. Choose names that indicate what the variable is all about and what it's used for, so that people reading your code can understand it more easily. And in addition, your variable names need to follow all of the rules that we just saw above.